Hello and welcome to another week. Monday. It doesn't really feel like Monday. I'm not very good at keeping track of the days anyway, so I don't know what day I expect it to feel like. Today is day 3 of Ivabradine, my new PoTS medication, and I've still been really fatigued today. Again, I slept well last night. I shouldn't be this tired, but I am. So I'm thinking it must be something to do with the medication, which is pretty disappointing, I'm not going to lie, because as I said at the end of the last video, I was hoping it was going to help my fatigue, not make it worse. I took my blood pressure and, well, the blood pressure was just the same as it was before I started medication, but my heart rate was way lower. My heart rate usually averages around 100 BPM, but it was down to 68. My fatigue today hasn't been as bad as it was yesterday, so I'm hoping that maybe things will even out. I haven't done anything today. Actually, no, that is not true. I finished writing my thank you letters today, finally, for my Christmas presents. I know it's, the 22nd of January and I've only just finished them, but it takes me a long time. Writing by hand is really tiring and focusing on stuff, it's not my strong suit. Oh, lens flare. So the previous couple of days my fatigue had been better, but today it was really bad again. And I feel like I should stress that the fatigue level I'm feeling is not because I've done something that's causing the fatigue, it's not because I've overdone it. I think it is a side effect of the medication. I asked on Instagram for people's experiences with Ivabradine. 2 people I asked specifically about side effects. One hadn't experienced fatigue and one had experienced fatigue, and it made her stop taking the medication and switch to a different one. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it yet, but I don't think that this is going to be the right medication for me. And I know that it seems quite soon to say that because I have been on it less than a week. So I'm not saying that for sure, but I'm starting to think that because I think it's causing the fatigue, and that's not okay because I barely function with the level of energy I have. Well, I don't function really. I can barely do anything. So to reduce my energy even further would be totally counterintuitive because I can't do yoga, I can't do saunas, I can't increase my activity at all, I can't go out. I mean, if I had an appointment this afternoon, I don't know how I would have gone because I could barely hold my head up. I was so tired. That's one reason. The other reason I'm not sure it's the medication for me is because it's not raising my blood pressure. And I don't know whether I was mistakenly under the impression that it would raise my blood pressure or whether I just presumed it would, but it's not. It's lowering my heart rate, but it's not raising my blood pressure, and I really feel like I need something that's going to raise it up. Overall, I'm still keeping a relatively open mind. I know it doesn't sound like that from what I've just said, but I am trying to, because I'm going to give it a month. I don't really feel like I can make a firm decision after so little time. And plus, if I go back to my doctor now and say, I don't think it's for me, they'll be like, you've been on it hardly any time at all. You need to give it more time. So, that's what I'm going to do. Mentally, I'm feeling okay. I know a few days ago I said if this medication didn't work, I would basically be in pieces. But actually, I don't seem to be, which is obviously a good thing. I'm not really sure why. I did have a therapy session yesterday, which greatly helped matters. So I think that might have something to do with it. I think it's because I'm actually sleeping okay at the moment, and that has such an effect on my mental health. I mean, now I've said that now, I'm not going to sleep tonight, am I? So today it's officially a week since I've been on Ivabradine, and I have definitely noticed some changes. I know I talked about in the last clip about how I think it's affecting my fatigue and also not increasing my blood pressure. Actually, I think it might be lowering my blood pressure because I took my blood pressure today and it was 84/55, which is the lowest my diastolic has ever been. And I was like, that can't be right, can it? So I took it again and it was 82/52, and I was like, hang on, this is just getting lower. And then I took it again and it was the same. So it wasn't a mistake, it was real. One thing that I have noticed over the past week is that my GI symptoms have been slightly better. And that is very exciting to me because, as you know, I've been struggling with them, especially over the last few months. My nausea has been decreased, my appetite, which I mean, I haven't felt hungry in over a year, really, since before I went to Breakspear for the IV antibiotics. And the last week, I've definitely been feeling a little bit hungry. I mean, only a tiny bit. I would say before my appetite was at a 0 to a 1 out of 10, and now it's maybe a 3 to a 4. So it's still not like a normal person's appetite, but it's really, really good to have any increase in it. You know, it means now that I kind of think, oh, you know, I could probably eat some food, as opposed to, oh, I've got to eat some food because it's lunchtime. That's a really, really good feeling. So I'm very happy about that. The bloating and the pain hasn't really been affected, but I'll take anything at this point because it's only been getting worse over the past few months. So yeah, that's the first week done. I mean, I'm feeling all right. My blood pressure's obviously not great, but it wasn't great before, so you know, I can deal with that. And the decrease in my GI symptoms has been very, very welcome. And I think maybe that's why I've been sleeping a bit better, because obviously that was what was waking me up a lot in the night, as I know I've told you many times. You're probably sick to death of hearing it. I'm going to go to bed now because I'm really tired and my arm is killing me from holding this camera up like this. I need to try and get a tripod or something because my elbow on my right arm is just so sore all the time from it. It's crazy. My body is so deconditioned. I did 25 minutes of yoga / stretching this afternoon and I've honestly been walking like Bambi on ice for the rest of the evening because my legs are just so shaky after doing all that. But it felt good and I'm glad I could do it. Hope I haven't overdone it. I don't think I have. Maybe it'll even make me feel better. Who knows? Today's been alright. I spent the morning watching Roger Federer win his 20th Grand Slam, which is just insane. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I haven't been feeling that bad. I haven't been feeling that good, but that's okay as long as I don't feel really bad. I hope you've enjoyed the video this week. It's been much less stressful than last week. Much less hectic, much less exhausting, for which I'm very, very glad. And I'll see you again next week. Bye.